The next booth that we're going to is actually the one right behind us over there. It's the Huddly booth. Huddly a couple of weeks ago announced a new video bar called the C1.
Not another fluffy video bar.
Well, you know, it's interesting. In a world that we're in right now where everybody and their brother are making their own video bars and they kind of all look the same with these fuzzy, soft fronts and all this other stuff, Huddly decided to go back in the other direction. It's sharp edges, square, boxy. It's got a colored front plate that you can change the color of. And they are able to hook up their other cameras in their process called Huddly Crew, where they can get AI switching from that one hub. It's interesting.
That sounds great, and you shouldn't run with it. You can take an eye out with it.
Exactly. You never want to run with scissors or a C1.
All right, let's go check it out.
Absolutely, right there. We are here at InfoComm25 in the Huddly booth with Vig and Hammer.
Yeah.
And we are holding one more of the Talking Points Pick Hits. This is the Huddly C1.
Yeah.
We were talking before about how every video bar that comes out, and there are hundreds of video bars on the floor now, there are all these warm, fuzzy, soft corner things.
Yes.
And you guys...
And gray or black.
You guys have gone back to rigid, hard angles, sharp, show the speakers, no need to take anything off of them.
Yeah.
It's actually refreshing.
Good.
To go back to that.
I'm happy. I'm glad.
What was the first of all, what do you do at
I'm the CTO.
You're the CTO?
Yeah, so I head up engineering and do all of the technology stuff.
Was your idea the holes?
No, so we have a designer, our chief designer Knut and his team. So he come up with this thinking about celebrating technology, and rather than trying to hide all of the technology elements of the product, rather put them on display and celebrate them. And make it a bit playful. So yeah, they've done an amazing job. We have a really great team of designers.
So the covers you can get in different colors.
Yep.
And you can customize it if you want to.
It comes
as well.
out of the box. It comes without anything. This
Right.
is how it comes out of the box. And then you can have these covers, and we're also working with Heckler to get different colors in different.
You don't need a cover. You can use it just like this.
Yeah.
Now I'll tell you, the other reason that's really good is in a lot of the healthcare environments, we have to sterilize equipment in the room. With the soft covers, you can't do sterilization. So they've had to then come out with hard covers. These guys don't have that problem to begin with. You can now wipe that down with alcohol and nothing gets hurt.
So these are speakers on the sides.
Yep.
And this is the camera.
Yep.
Now, how do you make sure the speakers don't cause the camera to vibrate?
Oh, we've worked on that. Dampening and
You thought of this one?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And so the reason I ask is because other vendors have told me the same thing, and it resulted with the speaker very hidden and recessed and buried inside the unit.
Yep.
But yours is right front and center.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
And it works?
Yeah, absolutely it works. It works really well.
We are promised a review sample of this in the next few weeks so that we can actually put it on the test bench and run it through its paces.
Excellent.
What color should we get?
I'll leave that up to them. But the other thing that we're promised, and that actually we really need to talk about, this, it's nice, it feels very solid. This is a USB bar. This is a standard USB bar with microphone, speakers, mic array on it, got all the hookups that you would expect it to be. But in addition to that, it's a logic hub. We can take your crew concept, which is multiple cameras in a room, and plug those right into here.
Explain the crew concept.
Well, I just did. Huddly Crew was something they came out with a couple of years ago that lets you put multiple cameras in a room on the sides and in front.
Yeah.
It was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And now this is the hub for Crew.
Absolutely it is.
So what are the names of the cameras that plug into it?
So we call them Crew add-on cameras. So you buy add-on cameras. They come in packs of one. And then you have this port on the back. It's just an Ethernet port. It says extend. And you hook that up to a power over Ethernet switch that powers your auxiliary cameras.
How many can we have?
You can have 4, making with the center, the C1, the center piece, being the center camera, and then 4 cameras, so a total of 5 cameras.
So once you hook up the cameras, then you have to log into it with a very complicated terminal and do some very complicated programming around the logic, right?
That was excellent setup for me. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
No, it's plug and play. Our ambition is to get these.
He makes everything complicated.
Yeah. No, there's no configuration. We want this to go into as many rooms as possible because we really believe that with our technology, we can improve people's work life, and then it needs just to be accessible. So there's no configuration. Uses artificial intelligence to figure out the layout of the room, where people are, and can automate then a great video experience. The new thing now is that we're using that intelligence. So we've done, as you said, we've done the Huddly crew and used AI to automate video experiences for a number of years now. The new thing for us is now we're using that experience also to improve on audio quality. So we're using artificial intelligence to do echo cancelling, to do noise suppression, to do automatic gain control, to do all of these things that goes into high quality
on the device.
On the device.
So what do you think? We talked to Rigard about the new Huddly C1. What do you think of the product?
I love the simplicity. It's just, you look at it, you know what it is.
You know, I was working with another manufacturer who made a very big bar that looked like this, and they were really excited about when they started to make these things soft and warm and fuzzy. In fact, the internal code name was called Kitten. You know, the whole idea. The fact that these things now have sharp lines and they're rigid and they're solid, and I like it. I think it's a good return to engineering design.
With what they did with the Kitten stuff was they wanted to stand out and be unique.
Right.
And the whole industry went that way.
Right.
And so now these guys are standing out, being unique
again. And you can see over my shoulder, that's one of the attachment cameras that you can use with the thing. So you hook a couple of cameras up, no programming, all automated, and everything just kind of works, you know, to do AI director in the room.
Yeah.
Really good stuff.
So with that, why don't we get to our interview?